Hi, welcome to our HTML class. Today we are going to be looking at links. You have to understand that links are part of a website which you can click to visit another document or another section of the same document. And whenever you point to a link, this little finger will come out just to inform you that it's a link. So we are going to be learning how to create our own links by writing code. There's one thing link which you have to know is very important. There is the text or an image which represent the link, and the URL which is hidden behind that link or that image. So behind every link is hidden a URL. Now let's create our first link. Let's create our HTML page. HTML title. We'll enter our title as title links. Title. Then our heading should be H1. Welcome to our links class. Always remember to close your H1, else everything is going to be H1. Then we are going to create our first link. Use our link with AF equals to enter the name of your URL. Let me just say, what can we say? link1 link1.html. Now this is our code which tells us that we are about to create a link. This is the actual link, and we'll close the code of link. Now we are going to put in the data or the information which the person is going to click to go to this page, assuming that the page is existing. Actually the page is not existing, we have to create it. So I just put the name as visit link 1. Anything can be here, but whatever is here, you know that once you click you open this page. Now we close the link, we have created our link. Let's close our HTML page and we'll save it. I'm going to save it in my lessons folder. This is my lessons folder. We could save it as link2.html. Code is saved. Now let's go and visit what we did, if we did it well. What is my lessons folder? Good, this is my lessons folder. And here we have our page which just click the link to .html. Open it. There, and this is the link which we created. Unfortunately, there's a problem with the code. It's not active, which means that I made an error somewhere. Let's go to the I shall put a here, a have, not just have, a have equals to. Now save it, go back to our page and refresh it. Very good, it's now active. You can now see this link is active. The color has changed to blue, and when you hold the cursor there, it changes into a little finger telling that this is the link. Now we want it to link to link1.html, so click it. Our browser tells us that the page is not found. This is not found because the page link1.html actually doesn't exist. So we're going to go back to our folder and see which page does exist. We have got a page here called text.html. We're going to change this, instead of link1.html which does not exist, we're going to change it to text.html. Text.html. This is a page which actually exists. Save it. Go back to our browser. Hit the back button. We are back to our page. Refresh the page to activate the new code, and then now click it. Visit link 1. Click. Successfully has opened text.html, which page which actually exists. So let's create a second link. There's another page here called formatting.html. Let's click another link which should take us to formatting.html. Go and just copy and paste to do it fast. Copy and paste the same code. sorry, it's another mistake. Undo, copy and paste down here. I have equals to, I'm going to put formatting.html, formatting.html, and this is the information which we will click on to go to formatting. So let me just write formatting. Remember here, it could be anything. This is just meant to guide your user. It could be anything, but the important thing is whatever I say and you click on it, it will take you to formatting.html. Let me just say this could be anything. Go back to our browser, hit the back button, go and say visit Leguan. See this, there are two links here. This one is visit Leguan, another one is this could be anything. See, there are two links. You see there's a space in the middle here, but see, this is not good. I want it to be on a separate line. We have done this before, so I'm just going to come here and I write my BR code which breaks the line. I save it, return to our browser and refresh it. You see it's now on two separate lines. So we have one link 1 and then link 2, which is this could be anything, and when I click on it, it should take me to formatting.html. So good, back button. So that's it, we have created our first links. Now there's something which, let's create a third link so you're going to understand even better. Text. I create a link called text.html and I create another link called link2.html. Sorry. Paste once more. link2.html. I'm going to write here that return to link page. So we don't have to keep hitting the back button each time. Here once more I should break my line, right? Should be on different lines, makes it more presentable. Come here, I refresh my page and I see here that return to link page. I still want to create another link. It's something which I want to show you. Just come again to say that I'm just going to say that new link. So come here. Save this, create a new page called this is a new link. Change the title as well to new link. Link 2, I've said that this is a new link. Serious mistake here. This is a new link and this is not what I wanted to do. Links.html, I create the links once more. I should have deleted this page. I have equals to formatting.html. Equals to formatting2.html, formatting2. Save this page. Let me save this page. Formatting 3. Formatting 3.html. So my folder should what I want to do. Okay.
So how would you do? Are you going to subscribe?
Now there's something which I want to see. We have got two links here. One is formatting. In links to the HTML, we have got two links. One is formatting and one is formatting
and then
tool.
the government needs to pay people like that.
I'm making a video. Go to my video. This is this links to the HTML. Notepad. Notepad. I'm going to put a BR here so you can see clearly the difference between one link and the other. Good. We have got two links here. One is formatting and the other one is formatting too. And these links have got different colors. One is purple and the other one is blue. Normally a link should be blue, but you see this one is purple. The reason why formatting is purple is because it has been visited before. So once you see anything on the browser which shows purple, it means that either you or some other person has used that computer and that browser to visit that link before. So if I click on formatting too, this, by the way, the page doesn't exist. If I click on the black button, it's still blue because actually the formatting tool.html doesn't exist, so we have not visited a page. We have not visited the page. It's formatting tool.html. Let me try to create a page. Formatting this formatting 3 and make it format as formatting 2. Formatting 2.html. Go back here, refresh the page. This now goes to formatting tool.html. That's good. You see, it's also become purple. Formatting tool has become purple. The reason for that is that we have visited the page before. Now, one thing we have to know about link is that we can decide where our link goes to. It could open on the same page, or it could open on a new page, thereby maintaining the current page. If we wanted to click on formatting to let it open the document in a new page, that's very possible. For example, if I click on formatting tool now, you see it replaces the current page. Okay, but maybe we want formatting or formatting to whichever link to open in a new page and leave our current page intact. In order to do that, we just have to modify our code. Write a simple code. So we'll go back to formatting. We're going to set our link target. Our link target tells us where our page opens. So I say a ref, which means that a link is equal to formatting.html. Then we will set target is equals to blank. Target equals to blank. It simply tells the browser to open the link in a new page. So save it, refresh it, formatting, click on formatting. Good, yes, open it on new page. For us to understand it, let's close all our links and leave just one. That will help us to understand it better. I'm going to close all the tabs, leaving just one tab, which is the link tab. Very good. Now I have just one tab. I click on formatting. If I click on formatting, you see we now have two tabs. The reason is formatting has been opened in a new tab, leaving the active one. We usually do this when we want to link to a completely new website without closing our own website. If you're working within the same website, you have no problem opening it and replacing one tab with the other. But if you are linking to a new site, you may not want to close your own site, or you may not want to close one site. By so doing, just make it possible for your browser to open the link or the document in a new tab. That's what we have done now. It's also possible for us to have a link which is inactive. If you click on an inactive link, nothing happens and it remains on the same page. Let me create an inactive link. I'm going to say f equals to this link remains on the same page. close our link command. By using this pound sign, you see the link will not lead to anywhere, it just remains on the same page. I'm going to break a line once more before saving. Sorry, it's a mistake. Let's call it a mistake. We say have is, I didn't put the equals sign. Have is equals to. Now I save it. Come here, refresh it. Now I have a link. You see the link is blue because it's a page which has not been visited, right? And if I click on it, what happens? We remain on the same page. We're in link to. I hit the back button. We are linked to. Okay. I come here. I click. What happens? Nothing happens. We're just remaining on the same page because of the URL, which is just the pound sign. Then we are also going to look at external links. All of these links here are opening pages which are in this folder, the lessons folder. All our links are in this lessons folder. But what if we wanted to create a link, we should go to a complete new folder. In that case, we have to write the full path to that folder. I'm going to open a link which takes us to yahoo.com. You see, all these links are pages which exist on my desktop, but this time around I want to go far away to Yahoo servers to bring a link from Yahoo. In this case, I must copy the full URL. Say here is equals to, I put the full URL to Yahoo website. This is yahoo.com. And of course, I want the target to be blank, so you should open a new tab. Equals to. Now you should open Yahoo. Visit Yahoo and I close the link. Save it once more. Refresh my page. It comes on the same line. I'm going to break the line once more. Break the line here. So I'm going to save it. Refresh my page. This is Yahoo below. If I click on Yahoo, you see clearly it opens a new tab and it's now taking us to yahoo.com. That's an external link. Now you see a link may not only be text, it could also be an image. You could also use an image as a link. Let's try to do that now. Let's look for an image and use it as our link. Now, I have to do that. I'm going to look at one of the images in my computer and take it to my lessons folder. Lessons. In the lessons folder. Yeah, and in the lessons folder, I'm going to put an image inside another folder. It could be in the same folder, but I just choose to put it in a new folder. So I'm going to create a folder for images. And in this folder for images, I'm going to copy my image into the folder for images. Now I'm going to write the URL to use a picture as a link. I'm going to say a same procedure here is equals to, let me just use formatting.html so we don't keep on creating many irrelevant pages. Formatting.html is it. And now instead of us writing some text, we are going to call in our picture by writing a code. Very quickly, img, which stands for image, img src, which stands for source. So now saying that image source is equals to, we'll put the name of our image. Let me check the name of the image. Let me just copy the image name. copy the name of the image, including the image extension. So we have now a help is equals to formatting.html, close it. Now we say image source is equals to dmc dash logo.jpg, and we'll close. We save it and we refresh our page if it's successful. Unfortunately, it's not successful. See, we have got a broken image. Our brother is telling us that he cannot find this image, and I think I know why. The reason is we did not put the full path to the image. Remember that the image is actually in a folder. The image is actually in the images folder, so we must tell the browser where the image is located, else our browser can't find the image. So image is equals to images images slash image. So save it. Come here once more, refresh it. Very good. We now have our image here. And the image, if you click on the image, it takes us to formatting.html. Go back, we go back to the image. I like to use a BR. I just put the image below. I save it once more and I refresh. That is it. You see, we have created our links here, and we have also used an image as a link. We have seen how we can make a link to open in a new tab. You can see how we can make a link to remain on the same page. Links are very important and really help to make the beauty of web pages. You could also have a link to download an image. You also have a link to download a PDF document. You also have a link to download a Word document. The most important thing is you have to know the address of that image, or the address of that PDF, or the address of that Word document. Let's create a new Word document here. This is a new Word document. I'm going to save it in my lessons folder as doc. So go to desktop, go to my lessons folder. I'm going to save this as doc. I save it. I'm going to open my lesson, and this is, I have here a document called doc.docx. This docx is a Microsoft Word extension. So I'm going to click. I'm going to copy the file name and create a link which should lead to doc. So I'm going to come here once more and say a help equals to, I'll put the name of my Microsoft Word document, include the double quotes, close the link, make a line break, save my page and refresh. This is it. Microsoft Word doc. You see clearly where that the link is blue. The reason being that the page is a page who has not been visited before. If I click here, what happens? It says download complete. The Microsoft Word document has been downloaded into my computer. So if it were a PDF document, we're just going to go do same. We're just going to put the name of the file .pdf, and this should open your PDF file. If for a picture, you just put the name of the picture the extension. It could be JPEG, it could be whatever, and this is going to open your JPEG file. So you see how we have created links, and the links can help us jump from one page to another. There's one point about links which you should know, which is very, very important. The address, the URL is most important, but the information that comes after the address is just there to guide your user to know what to expect. Alright, let's say for example we say visit Yahoo. We could come here and we'll say visit Gmail instead. Visit Gmail, and we'll save it. Remember that the URL is pointing to Yahoo. Okay, the URL is pointing to, and here we are telling our site user to visit Gmail. Let's save this. Come refresh it. Instead of Yahoo now, it's now showing us Gmail. But if we click on Gmail, expecting to see Gmail, it's going to take us to Yahoo. You see, yes, instead of taking us to Yahoo. So the attribute given to our link is just meant to guide our user. Let our users know what to expect if they click on that link. But if the URL is wrong, then your user may be disappointed to find him or herself as well. So we are going to close our class for links today, and we are going to be using links for the rest of the course. Thanks once more. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. I'm always waiting for your question. Thanks and best regards. Our link class is over for now.